It's fine. I put on a new pot. I have a cup sitting in front of me. We are all good. Okay. So, how's everyone doing?
Yeah,
I feel like
not
we need to
bad.
catch up.
Yeah,
It's
been a while.
Uh,
Right.
I have been
Not
working
played
all of the
since start of
hours.
July. Fuck.
You got what? Sorry?
Sorry, I just realised we hadn't played since the start of July. Holy shit.
Yeah, it's been a really long time. Summers are always like a little bit funny.
That's
Yeah.
my fault. I was off for 2
July?
weeks.
I thought we played 2 weeks
Think?
ago on July 29th.
We did a one shot, didn't we?
Oh, maybe I wasn't. Okay, I don't know.
You weren't there for the first one, sure.
No, I wasn't there
'Cause
for
my
the
last
second one either.
session-
That was last week, though, I thought.
Last
My
week
last
was
session I have noted was the 1st of July. So
I definitely was not there last week. I was playing paintball upstate.
cool.
No, not cool.
Not cool?
Not cool. We all got lit up. Bachelor party. Our boys were like, "Hey, shorts and tank tops only."
Oh, no.
Oh no.
Whoa.
We had a
Oh,
stream.
the pain.
We did a game 13 days ago on the 29th. I just
did?
looked at the
Oh,
YouTube
you're right, we
video.
did.
I'm looking up like
You looked at the YouTube video. That's right. We did do a game.
Oh, we did?
Yes.
Did we? I don't think we
No,
did. No.
it's only 20
Oh,
minutes
one
long. What is going on?
that was the one that Kirsty didn't turn up for. That was the one Kirsty
That's
Oh,
right. That's the one I was asleep for.
Yeah, she was snoozing.
I'm like,
So
I
we all leveled up
remember.
to 20 while you were away,
While
Kirsty.
I
We
was away.
killed we found that god thing and killed it. It turns out it's allergic to peanuts.
Awesome.
That's totally right. I'm like, I remember being in the game.
I
We
don't.
did actually play.
Oh, why?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when I slept through because I'm an idiot.
It's fine. It happens to all of us.
No worries at all, yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I have been I can't even tell you how insane work is right now. I work tonight. I'm doing a 6 o'clock at night until 6 o'clock in the morning shift tonight.
Oh god.
That is, yeah.
Yeah, it's been a lot.
You must be with that.
And I did last weekend. I did a 4 to 4 on Saturday because it was like a long weekend, and we have this festival here in town called Riverboat Days, and it is basically an excuse for everyone to get drunk and be idiots. And so they always have on the Friday and Saturdays, they actually bring in an extra guard because historically we've had so many people in cells that once we have more than 10 people in cells, you have to bring in someone else. And so we just automatically plan for there to be 2 guards on this weekend. And I saw some shit last weekend that I will never unsee. Let's just put it that way.
Oh dear.
But yes, this weekend hopefully won't be as crazy. We're back to normal. But I'm also, anyway, it's just work is crazy. Nick, can you read us your notes from the last session
Yes,
we
of course.
actually played, and hopefully it'll ring some
So-
bells with all of us.
Yeah. Session 17 was out of the city into the desert. We resumed on day 23 with Lunara talking to Magnus, finding out exactly why he's here. Had some good in-character discovery. He was sent to find out exactly what's happened by his group. The Keepers of the Seal. They showed up at the very end of the Synodician era, kind of like the Knights Templar, Covert Cloak and Dagger. They disappeared from history for the longest time. Apparently, there were portents foretelling our actions, which would have been nice if someone had told us. Our next course of action involves finding someone who knows what to do next, either Magnus's master or our Martech scholar in Bralazar. Lunara at that point suspected they might not be 2 different people. Adriel visits Var Sharpshield and tells him to spread the word of Gorm, including visiting the surface. He's tentative about the idea but grows to it. Sounds like he's going to send out evangelists. Wayne notices that the followers of Zargon are heading back into society, abandoning their previous masks and just going back to normal lives. Lunara catches up with Pandora and promises to return after they finish their mission, gives her some of her owlbear feathers and a handful of the blue crystals to remember her by. Pandora says she'll have a place for her at the stronghold of Madara when she comes back. Strogak is staying to study the Synodician Society. He wants us to keep information about the city on the down low until he can get his papers together. So we resupply for our journey. We head out of the Lost City through a cave system that Magnus knows. It's the upper reaches of the Underdark. Only about half a day's journey. We discuss the safety of the city and come to an agreement that Strogak's paper can't be released. We did a ton of damage to the city on our own, let alone the amount of damage the entire world might do. We decamp from our previous base above the city and prepare to head back into the world. So then we go into the desert. First day is uneventful, essentially a down day after our last days of traps, danger, and adventure. By our third day, we see something in the distance. At first, we can't tell what it is. Quoth brings it to our attention. On closer inspection, it's massive but hella distant. It's a winged humanoid. Thankfully, we're traveling perpendicular to it, not like directly towards it. We can't really tell if it's moving and or in which direction. We send Quoth a bit closer to get a better look at it, and he's shaken by what he sees. Lunara gets a closer look and recognizes it as Calatharius. Oh joy, oh fuck. We agree to spend some time researching our opponent and find out a better way to deal with him rather than running headlong into our execution, as Adriel seems to want. After a few days, Quoth spots a handful of creatures making a beeline for us in the distance. They're horrible hyena warg things called Lucrota. I think that's how you pronounce that. It's how you
You're
pronounce it
correct.
now. Even if it wasn't, it is now. And damn, they seem awful. They close the distance quickly, but we have a chance to get in some heavy blows before they're able to attack. They seem to be able to mimic voices to a mildly terrifying degree. Way takes two of them down. Magnus finishes the last one with a well-timed Toll the Dead. Once we're back on the cart, Magnus and Adriel have a god-off, with Adriel healing Lunara with healing hands, and Magnus casting Prayer of Healing to top the entire party back up. Finally, on day 33, 10 days in the desert, we get back to Bralazar. We head to meet the Martek scholar, an astrologer called Aman al-Rakib. Unsurprisingly, he has a shop full of curiosities. He accepts a signet and chain of office of Alexander in exchange for some information. Apparently, there are 5 star gems that we're going to need to capture Calatharius, which also binds another creature, one that was brought here to fight him. In order to properly defeat Calatharius, we need to free the other creature with the other star gems. They're apparently given to people for safe keeping. One went to King Alexander, the one we currently have. The others were given to the other great civilizations at the time. The creature will not be at its most powerful until all of the seals are broken. Other candidates include the City of Pazar, the City of Phoenix, and the Cursed City of Stone. He believes we can keep Zargon captured while capturing Calatharius. We then head to the Temple of Ilmater to visit Magnus' master, Ardas Bey. He's got quite a book collection, including some Synodician books that definitely catch Lunara's eye. We can start looking at the Temple of Amun-Re for some of the gems. It's deep in the desert. Rumor has it was a dried up oasis. We decided to spend some time researching the trials ahead of us to be as best prepared as possible. We end the session there, optimistically expecting to be playing like a week or two afterwards.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Nick. Again, your
No problem
notes
at all.
are so helpful.
No problem at all. I'm quite enjoying writing this. And it's also like I can sit down at the start of the session and go, okay, what actually happened last time? Oh, thank fuck, I know what happened.
I'm the party note keeper for our game that we usually play on Tuesdays, and I really enjoy doing it myself.
Yeah, I'm glad I have Shauna on my Thursday game because I keep 0 notes.
Right? Like
She is a godsend. Oh my god.
Yeah, I had that with I DM'd for a group, a first timer, and she just basically took it on herself to write copious notes about everything that happened. Like she was literally notepad out the entire time, taking notes like it was a meeting. And it was so nice to be able to say to her, okay, what was it I told you earlier in the session? And she's like, oh yeah, this.
Yeah.
Like, yes, someone's paying attention.
I know, it's so great to have a player like that. And I always do like a little quote of the day, so I always put like a funny comment, what's the quote of the day? And in our Tuesday game, we also have a player who's an artist.
Oh, cool.
And she tends to draw pictures of what happened in the session.
Oh, that's
So
cool.
we
that's
just
awesome.
finished, and we actually made a book that is it's like one of those children's card books, and it's a picture with a quote of the day next to it.
Oh, that's
and we
really
like
cool.
it's really
That is
neat.
very cool. Yeah.
And we
I
ordered
wish
one
Shane
for our
would do that.
DM as a surprise. Like he's got no idea, and it arrived yesterday. We're gonna I'll get on a Discord chat and give it to him. I'm so excited.
Oh, very cool.
See, Chang, you have to become an artist now, so you can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's long gone are the days, long gone are the school days when I used to draw anime characters.
That sounds really awesome. I would love to
I'm
see
really-
the book if you can like take pictures of it or something.
I can give you a link, actually.
Awesome.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, I'd like to see that too, to be honest. That sounds awesome.
Oh, the share link's gone again.
Well, whatever.
Damn it.
Like, that could be
Yeah,
later.
Yeah,
I'll-
it's okay.
I'll
It's
send
okay.
it-
No
yeah.
hurry.
I was on so if you share it, then other people can purchase it. And the share link was gone, and so I was like online for like, I don't know, 4 hours trying to like figure it out with people, and I ended up everyone just sent me the money and then I sent it to them, and then the share link like reappeared magically. But now it's but it's in the chat. Hang on. I'll send it to you on break. Sorry.
Okay, no, it's
I'm
Yeah.
ridiculously proud of this book. It also like it's one of those things where I'm like they're gonna think we're idiots because there's a lot of like just random stuff, D&D quotes, right?
Yeah.
But it's a
One of the
children's
things I
book.
did with a guy that I was working with in the past, he was very much kind of an airhead. He would just say whatever came to mind. Most of it made no fucking sense. And I just started covertly recording stuff that he said. And then when he left us about 2 years later, I presented him with a bound book because I worked in the reproduction department of our offices. So I presented him with a bound book of shit Craig says. Of just conversations that he had
That's
with us
awesome.
and stupid shit he'd come out with.
that's cool.
So yeah, that's a fun thing to do.
I need to invite Chris to this chat. Okay, I'll do that later. I just realized I can't. He's a mod for the server, so I can't put it in the game link. Otherwise, you guys he'll see it.
Mhm.
So I'll send it to you guys as a DM.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so we are in Bralazar. we are back in Bralazar, and you guys have been.
Do you want me to? Sorry, while you're doing this, do you want me to invite him to our group chat, the one we
Yes,
had
please.
before? Yeah, I
That
can
would
do
be lovely.
Wait, what happened?
Where am I? Bralazar notes. So, yeah, you guys are here, which is the temple. I'm looking for the. Oh, there we go. There's a Bralazar handout. There's the game link. There's not. Thank you for doing that. Yeah. So we are in the city of Bralazar, and you guys were at number 17, the Temple of Ilmater, right?
that one. Yeah.
Yep, sounds right to me.
Where you had just finished speaking with Magnus's master, sensei. I don't know what to call him, but anyway, yeah, the guy who basically sent Magnus out on this whole mission in the first place, and he gave you some information. And you guys have time to spend in the city. You have been suggested a direction of travel. You can certainly head out that way now. It might be advisable to prepare yourselves to be gone for quite a while when you leave, so there might be things you want to do here. And I will say, Magnus, you are aware that there is a chariot race that will be happening this evening. So that's something that is going on in Bralazar. There are sort of like, posters and flags going up all over the city, and it's one of those things where people are preparing themselves for a big event. Yeah, so I guess my first question is there anywhere else you guys want to particularly head in the city? I did bring up that handout for you to show you some of the places that exist. There's a couple more temples. There's the inn. I know most people are from here, and we did talk a little bit last time about you guys choosing a place where you're from, like your own home. So if you want to pick a place at your home, you can do that.
Yeah. I think I marked Lunara's house on here, but I can't actually see it anymore.
Yeah, I don't see any markings where you.
Oh no, there it is. Lunara's house is over here.
Oh yeah, I see it. You will mark that as number 18 on the map.
I think we said I lived in the desert, so I wouldn't live here, if I remember correctly.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, you
Yeah.
would be. So you
Could
would
we
either be.
potentially, yeah. Could we potentially get like a flag that we can put to show where the party is?
Yes.
To just mark it on the
Famous
map.
party token.
Yeah,
Famous
party token.
party token.
Like you gave me that idea. I was like, oh, I like that idea.
Mm.
I know it's not.
Someone else gave it to me, and you know what? It's just been like it's just this
Mm.
ridiculously useful token that I made years
Yeah.
and years and years ago. I'll give access to everyone. All right,
So we were over
you're
here.
over here.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, was that?
That's right.
That's where you currently are.
This is where the party's happening.
This is where the party's happening. Party. So there are. I don't know how much we talked about the sort of setup of Bralazar. There are several guilds in Bralazar. It's kind of like a guild city. There is a city leader that he resides in the palace over here, the Sun Palace, Quasar al-Shams.
Mhm.
Quasar? I don't know how to say it. I looked it up and that was it. So there's sort of this leader, but there's also these political groups. The Slavers are a massive group. They're control a lot of the city. The Sand Voyagers are another really big. They're probably the largest merchant guild in the city. They have both places to. Like they've got like a big warehouse region, and then they've kind of got like a guild hall as well. There's also the guild of like just camel people.
Drovers, I guess. Yeah.
Drovers, yeah.
Yeah.
And so there are several guilds within the city, and then of course there are the businesses, the hotels, the bars, the pubs, and there's a thriving market that happens. As we talked about before, Bralazar is kind of the city where people come and go from. Not a lot of people stop and live, but there's a lot of money that goes through here. It's just not. It doesn't always come through as money. It often comes through as trade goods. We talked about there's a merchant that you guys met, if you remember from the very, very beginning. You had your buddy. Oh my god, his name escapes me, but he was part of the Merchants Guild. He was selling gems. He was the
yes.
gnome.
Yeah.
And his name was
Where was it?
Thinkor.
Yes, Sincor. Yes, that makes sense. I remember that. Sincor. Yeah.
Yeah. So you do still have contact with him. He is not in town at the moment, but you can drop his name should you need to. So basically, there are other people you can go here for supplies for various things. If you want to pick up some more camels, there's the camel thing. Like I said, there's a chariot race happening tonight. If you want to try and find out some rumors, you can always go to the pub. If you need to purchase anything, there's the market. So I will leave it in your hands.
Yeah. Lunara would like to find out as much as she can from these books about the place we're going to end up going to, the Tomb of Aaron Ray. If there's anything in the books, like she will just spend as much time as it takes looking through them, just trying to find out what she can.
Awesome. Okay. What about? Oops, I opened that 4 times. What about anyone else? So we got Lunar's going through the books. Who else is doing what?
Somebody should probably try and see about securing some sort of means of transportation. So
Yeah,
I
that would
guess
be a good idea.
Magnus can try and spearhead that one. He might have a couple people to check with.
Okay, awesome. Magnus is going to look into camels. What about Adriel?
Can we do Giovanni first? Sorry.
Yeah,
Jen.
absolutely.
Okay,
Wait.
Giovanni.
Giovanni.
Way.
Way.
Wait.
Sebastian knows me by like 4
I
different.
know. I get them all confused.
I know it's awful when you start a new campaign and you're like, I don't know your name anymore. Adriel, sorry, Way, what about you?
Who's the local around here? Out of our party again? Magnus?
Nara lives here-ish. I think Magnus lives here too.
Yeah.
Question mark. Yeah.
All right. So what's a guy gotta do to get some grub around here? What you people eat around here?
It's a really good question. What do we eat
That is a
around
very
here?
good question. Yeah.
Is it a lot of like lamb kafka and stuff, or
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of going with like a
Gyros?
so it's probably a lot of like goat and lamb and that kind of meat. I would think, raising cows would be very
Intensive. Yeah.
intensive here. There's just not the kind of atmosphere that would sustain them. Probably a lot of like very well spiced foods. Probably stuff like couscous as opposed to rice. I mean, the rice would have to be imported. Obviously, there's not a ton of water in the desert.
Yeah.
And so that kind of vibe.
We can probably direct you to somewhere nice to get some food.
I was gonna say,
I say nice,
Magnus
somewhere
would give you
affordable to get
like
food
2
nearby.
or 3 choices. One would be the rowdiest tavern in the place. One would be like the nicest, and then the other one would probably be like somewhere in between.
Do they do
So-
the sort of the Middle Eastern style where they have the meat on the spinning pole and look at
Absolutely.
It's
cut it
probably a
off.
lot of
Hungry now.
open air restaurants too.
Yes. So there is the swayback camel. Probably the most famous one. It would be Happy Hogan's Desert Igloo.
Oh yeah.
And then there is. Yeah, so we've got the Swayback Camel is an inn/tavern. The rowdy tavern that it would be Happy Hogan's, and then there is also there's also the House of Mirth, which is a tavern/brothel.
Well, I'm a monk, so I have to be pretty pious in this, so no problem for me. Not yet, anyways. Happy Hogan's. That sounds like a nice place.
Happy Hogan's. Okay, so you're gonna head off to Happy Hogan's. And Adriel, has that given you enough time to think?
Well, I think no, because I was feeling like if Wei wouldn't mind, like I'm just kind of standing here because I still have my mask on and everything, so it's not weird. I would just kind of follow him, like because he's like I see him as the group, and I'm part of the group, and the other two went and did their own thing, so I would just follow Wei. But at the same time,
Okay.
I would kind of just like do nods at people when I see them looking over. The guy wearing the mask. And I'm just walking very soft and like smooth. Like I like
Awesome.
I think before we break, Magnus would probably either turn to Lenara or Wei and say, one of you should probably try and find time to hit the market and resupply.
Mm.
Maybe get some like potions of healing or something, and I would give them some of my tradable goods to try and restock for the journey.
Cool. Okay.
Tradable goods. What? Money's no good.
This is
I
a
mean,
barter
they take
economy for
money.
the most part.
They take money, but yeah, you're gonna have better luck trading.
Wonderful. I love bartering. I was being sarcastic, by the way.
Would never have guessed.
So I would I'd hand over 2 bottles of fine ink, and probably 2 bundles of saffron.
Nice.
So that's what 130 GP worth of tradable stuff.
Is that 2 bundles? Saffron?
Yeah, I don't remember what the weight of the saffron was, but
It's 2 bundles. I'll just keep that in mind.
And while I'm following Way, if I see anyone like who's suffering or any like homeless, I would like lean over to them and whisper something like, "Follow the ways of Gorm, and you will find your peace and salvation." Things like that, I would say to people.
So you do see one man on the street. He's got he's got like an amputated leg, and he's got like a little sign that
Oh.
sort of reads like "Help a war veteran." And you lean over towards him and you say, "Follow the ways of Gorm."
Yeah.
And he sort of says, "Fuck off, you idiot! You're getting in my way." And when you kind of peek, you notice that like his leg isn't actually amputated; it's just kind of like folded up and like tied up in his robe a little bit.
Oh, it's Eddie Murphy.
Oh,
Great
he's
space. Great places. I was about to say, what? Whoa! It's a desert, the middle of nowhere.
Follow the ways of Gorm, and you won't need to be a fraud. That's-
Oh.
He says, "I make a pretty penny like this if you get out of my way." "Oh, help an old war veteran man!" And this woman kind of like comes over and like presses a coin in his hand or a cigarette or
Yeah.
a cigarette in his
But, like his whole fraud, like I don't care that he's doing it. I'm just saying, like, yeah, so I just leave him alone at that point. I just
Let's-
continue to move on.
Let's leave the fraudulent beggar alone and get some shawarma in our bellies.
He's a fraud. That's all I say to Way.
Yeah, precisely. I know that. I used to do it.
Okay. Recognizing one of your own.
Yeah, totally would have done that when I was younger. Now, let's go get some shawarma.
Yeah. So, sorry, it's opening. My stupid PDF is opening in Firefox instead of in.
You need to set your default browser.
Oh, no. Do you know what's happening? Is I didn't re-download. I just realized. I've been working with it from here. It's kind of a pain, but that's fine. I didn't re-download when I reinstalled my computer. I didn't re-download it. Browser. Let's start with. I think we're gonna have to say what came in has mirth. Okay, that's in the other one then. I combined 2 cities, and it's just made my life difficult.
I'll say when Magnus handed Way the trade goods, he's like, "For health potions and smokes, don't forget the smokes."
What kind of
Food
smokes?
as well. Like,
What kind of smokes? Small, long, large, thin? What are you talking
I'm
about?
not picky as long as it's tobacco.
No. So,
we want
Uh-oh.
like rations as well, I assume. Food to go to.
I mean, it's not on Magnus's priority list, but yeah, he'd be fine with buying some rations.
don't worry, I'll get us some gyros.
No, we want stuff
Magnus
that's going
is
to
one
last
of
in
those-
the desert, not stuff that's going to fall apart in one day. Come on, buddy.
Magnus is like that one person you always end up working with at some point in your life who seems to live off of coffee and smokes.
Yeah, that's my
Nothing
dad.
else.
That's essentially my dad, yes.
There you go.
Awesome.
My dad wouldn't eat food if it wasn't for my mother, like, making it for him.
But coffee and
Yeah.
smokes.
Coffee and cigarettes all day.
All right, don't worry, I'll get us a gallon of tzatziki sauce.
Oh god.
Lots of calories, that.
Yeah, and the
Alright.
cloud of flies that it attracts will make a nice umbrella during the hottest part of the day.
So let's start with Lunara doing research on
Mhm.
the Temple of Amun-Re. Can you please give me a check that you feel would be appropriate? I don't even know what to ask for. Intelligence? Investigation?
Investigation, history. Those are both the same.
Yeah,
whichever one of
roll
those.
one of those. I think either of those is fine. And I'm going to give you advantage because you are using a library to assist you in your studies.
Yeah. Okay. I'll do an investigation because I'm like looking through books and digging for information. That's better. 17.
17. Nice roll. Okay. What you learn is that, well, what you know for starters is that back in the day, temples were tombs, but they were places of worship. Think like big cathedral in England, right? You've got like this
Mhm.
massive building where people come and worship, and it's also sort of a storage place, if you will, for the dead.
Mhm.
And so Amun-Re, the Temple of Amun-Re is a place like that. It is named after Amun-Re, who is the most famous pharaoh who was laid to rest there. It was probably built before his time, but he's sort of like the big name that was laid to rest there, and he did a lot of the revamping and reworking of it. In his lifetime, there was a lot of construction that went on in the temple
Okay.
that sort of ended shortly after his death, when he was laid to rest. It is rumored that there is a special item of great power that is buried with him, and you suspect that is probably the Star Gem.
Mhm.
And it was he was laid to rest around the time that we've been talking about with Martek and the Star Gems and the destruction of the Lost City and all that kind of thing. So this is all linking together quite nicely.
Sure. Okay.
You are aware of where the Temple of Amun-Re exists in the desert. At this point, it's a ruin. It's been studied. People know of it, but it's not. It's not a place that's considered massively historically important. It's just sort of a ruin out in the desert that people are aware of. You probably consider it massively important because it is an important, famous landmark, but it's just going to ruin in the desert.
Sure.
It is said that the tomb itself is protected by a it's called the Gauntlet.
Okay.
And it seems to be rooms that lead up to the tomb that are designed to prevent intruders from entering.
Okay, I see. Leading to the tomb to deter intruders. Okay.
And based on what you know of that time frame, you're probably talking traps. You're probably talking, all very similar to what you encountered in the pyramid. A lot of traps and things that are just designed not to make getting there easy.
Sure.
You are also aware that there was an order of priests that lived in the temple, and so presumably there would be sort of a region that would be safer, which is where the priests would have lived. So when you that there's sort of like a safe region where there won't be as many traps, Obviously you don't know what state it's in at this present day, but you can anticipate sort of a safe place, and then this gauntlet leading towards the tomb proper.
Okay.
What to tell you about Amun-Re himself? Amun-Re was a leader within the time frame, and the city that he sort of ruled over was kind of akin to Bralazar, actually, a trade hub.
Okay.
It was somewhere where there were lots of people who would sort of pass through. It was a fairly wealthy city, and so there's probably the anticipation of a lot of treasure as well. What are you eating,
Okay.
dog? Good boy. Yeah. Do you have any questions?
Do we know about, like, was he what does history say about him as a leader? Was he a good leader? Was he well liked? Was he revered as like the embodiment of God on earth?
Probably more feared than
Okay.
anything else. You get the idea from your books that there was probably some corruption going on. He was leader by birthright, not by election.
Sure, yeah.
And there was a lot of, let's just say he had some older siblings, and he was the one who survived into adulthood.
Sure, there was some knifey spoony.
Knifey spoony.
Yep. Sure. He was the youngest. Okay. I can't think of anything else that I'd want to ask. Obviously, I can kind of work out a rough location from my information. Cool. That's basically what I wanted to find out. So.
Awesome. Okay. So let's then go to Magnus. And Magnus, you are going to go to the caravan guild and get yourself some camels, right?
Well, I'm going to stop by Otel's first and see if maybe they have a cheaper lead on camels.
So you're going to stop by where?
Otel, my
one
real friend in the city.
Your friend. Awesome. Okay, so you stop by Odal. She did we decide what? I don't think we decided like where she was
No,
on the
I let
city
that come
map,
up.
right?
Yeah.
Well, let's make a little number 19 and let's put her probably like way over here in like Shantytown region.
For me?
That's there. So she's sort of in the slummier area of town is where her home is. It's much like everywhere else here. It's a little sandstone building. A lot of the buildings are connected up via the rooftops with like planks of wood and stuff, and there's sort of city areas and things up on the roofs. And that's actually where she is. She's sitting up on her roof. She's got it's sort of probably mid-afternoon by the time you guys have done all of this. So it's kind of the city's a little bit quieter as everyone's resting in the heat of the day. And she's got like a sort of canopy type thing draped up on the roof and she's sitting under it. She's got a glass of something, who knows what. It doesn't look alcoholic, but it's sort of got this like sickly sweet odor to it. And she sees you and she says, "Magnus, you're back. How was your trip?"
Productive, sort of. Why are you sitting up there? I figured you'd be working on the chariot.
I'm just taking a break. I was working on it all morning, and it's too hot out there.
That's fair, but we're still on for tonight, right?
Absolutely.
Great.
I-
I do have some business. Well, while I'm here, I need some camels.
Camels. Where are you going?
Yeah. I have to leave town again for a while, and the camels will make it a little bit quicker and theoretically safer.
Sorry, my dog's pushing my mic around.
No.
She says, "Yeah, well, I know a guy who knows a guy who knows a guy. I could probably get you some camels. Milo, will you stop it? Now he's pulling out the cords. I'm so sorry.
It's
Leave
okay.
it. Little shit. I know a guy who knows a guy. Yeah, I can get you some camels. Do you want fast camels, or do you want ones that won't die in the heat?
Oof. That's a good question.
Mhm.
Would I know how far we have to travel for this?
No idea.
I'm going to err on the side of caution. Let's go with
That's
ones that are
something
going to
you'd
survive the
probably-
heat.
Yeah, that's something you'll probably get from Lenara once she's finished with her research.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'm gonna err on the side of caution and just go.
Okay.
Let's go with hardy ones.
All right. Do you have something to trade for them that I can bargain with?
I've got a little on me, but to be honest, I'm kind of banking on this win tonight.
Well, it's a good thing I come take a look. And she brings you down into her home, and she's got like a little like shed to the side of it, and she's taken the chariot, and she's done a little bit of modifications on it. And so it's got a little bit of armor on it. Looks like it might slow it down a little bit, but also it'll withstand a little bit more things
Hellfire.
happening. Hellfire, people throwing shit at it.
Mhm.
And she's also attached a little bag of ball bearings to the back, so when you pull it open, it'll send people behind you flying.
Yeah, Magnus will come in and give it all a good look over and just be like, I like what you've done covering the wheel spokes, and we won't have to deal with those javelins getting stuck in it again.
Awesome. Yeah. I've been thinking about it. I've got I think this is the one. I think this is the one.
What I like to hear.
And I may have spent a ridiculous amount of time making up rules for chariot races, and you'll have some options when we get to that point.
Perfect.
Sweet.
And yeah, Magnus will just sort of spend the better part of, I guess, the afternoon or evening helping her out or just catching up.
Yeah.
And I out of character, how much would it be to get those camels?
Camels are I think we would call them the same. They're probably about 50 GP. But she is going to get you a bargain. I'm just gonna roll to see. Actually, why don't you go ahead and roll me a roll me a d20, and we'll see how she does on her check. She could have advantage because she's got contacts.
Mhm.
17. I'm gonna say she can get camels for 25 GP each.
Awesome. So worst case, I can still cover the cost of the camels.
Awesome.
So like I've still got a ton of trade goods. So if you let me know you need some assistance, I can provide.
I've got a fair amount as well. I just didn't want to have to dip into them if I can just take it out of winnings that I don't have yet.
Okay, awesome. And let's head on over to Wei and Adriel, who are headed towards Happy Hogan's igloo.
So after I had talked to that homeless guy and I started walking away a few steps, I quickly turn around and I go back up to him. And then I just say,
Uh-huh.
"You're a disappointment. Follow the ways of Gorm and you will never have to lie, cheat, or beg to survive. For the followers of Gorm will rise again, and if you redeem yourself, your soul will rise to the golden stronghold to be with your brothers and sisters. Have faith and find them in the desert." And I take a gold coin and I spark it with like a electric spark, trying to just do any kind of singeing or something on it, and I hand it to him.
Give me a charisma check, please. You can use persuasion.
20.
You see something sort of like shift in his eyes when he takes the coin from you. And he's like, "You're crazy." But like you see that spark, you see that moment, and you think something's
Leave a little doubt.
something's
Yeah.
happened there.
Like,
There's a little bit of doubt.
not doubt, but I know what you mean.
Not doubt. More just like maybe doubt in his own choices.
Yeah.
You planted a seed of something.
Yeah, planted the
Yeah.
seed. Awesome. And then I scurry back over to where Wei is walking.
Okay, awesome.
That's
I'm gonna
enough
have
for
to
you.
come up with like 1 million followers of Gorm.
That's enough for you preaching. Come on. I'm hungry.
All right.
All right, and you guys go to where are we? Hogan's.
Oh, let me minus that 1 gold coin off my character.
Thank you.
What?
Okay. Happy Hogan's Desert Igloo. Happy Hogan's Desert Igloo does not appear on the map as it looks because I just didn't know how to do this. Because it's such a bizarre thing to have in the middle of the desert. There's a big dome of whitewashed brick that sits just in the middle of town. It is entered through an arch with heavy double doors at the building's west end, and it's painted to look like an igloo. Inside is a bar.
And a cantina band.
The room, yeah, exactly. The room occupies 1/2 of the dome and ends in a flat brick wall. Set back against the wall is a large bar about 40 feet long, and there are 2 huge mirrors that flank the door behind the bar, which apparently leads to the back room. Over the door is a golden plaque. Various wicker tables and chairs are placed here and there about the room. The bar is sort of, there's a surprising number of people here considering that it is like mid-afternoon. And the place is sort of rolling. It's there's, like you said, there's music going. It's got sort of a friendly sort of party vibe to it. It's one of those places where you're like your feet stick to the floor as you're walking across it. Like it's not exactly an upscale place. But it is the furniture's comfortable, the drink is good, and the food is not bad after you've had a couple of drinks. And it's just one of those places that it's comfortable, and it seems to be very popular with the locals. You see a lot more locals here than you would in the other places around town. And Happy Hogan himself is behind the bar. He is a human male, and he's a little bit round around the middle.
Please talk like Randy Savage. Please talk like Randy Savage. Please talk like Randy Savage. Please talk like Randy Savage.
I don't know how he talks. How does Randy
It's the oh yeah, brother.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, what you gonna get from the menu, brother?
Undeniably in a position I'd rather not be in. Oh god.
Yeah. The cream of the crop.
The cream of the crop. This is to the top.
Okay. He talks like
With a name like Happy Hogan, he has to be.
All right.
I will accept
Happy
no
Hogan.
substitutes.
Wouldn't he talk like Hulk Hogan then?
I mean, kinda, but you can kind of smash those two together for entertainment value.
He sounds like the Kool-Aid Man based on what you guys are describing. So
I mean, go with that too. That works.
He says, "Oh, hey, brother, how's it going?" Wait, I'm gonna do my best with this voice, but I don't know, guys.
Well, yeah, just make sure you get about 35 years of smoking.
Yeah.
Right, so a little bit thicker down here then. Hello, guys, how's it going? Welcome to Happy Hogan's.
How you doing, mate? What you got on tap?
Oh, we got some, we got camel piss, and we got the fancy crap.
Let's take the camel piss. I'm Paul.
Good choice. It's a better ale anyway. And he pours you like this sort of like amber ale, and you see why it's called he calls it camel piss, because it is the exact color of camel piss.
Come on, Adrian, sit down. Have some piss. What you got?
Adriel says.
And I'll order some food. I'll order some food too. Order some food, whatever they got, whatever is recommended for the day.
Happy Hogan's a halfling.
Even better.
Sorry, Happy Hogan is a halfling, but he's still round. Yeah, so you order some. There's some goat meat, and he sort of calls to the back, and he says, Rose, they want some food. And you hear sort of a female voice from the back, coming up. And he pours 3 glasses of camel piss, and he sits down at the table with you, and he says, "So you're new around here. Tell me a little bit about yourselves."
I am Belblam. God, Gorm. God of Thunder. And I am here to find the lost followers.
We had to drink today, son.
I just pull out a gold coin and I say, "Can you please give me 10 silver for this?"
he kind of like looks just over at Way, like, and then he's got one of those like aprons around his waist, with like the change in it that waitresses have, and he exchanges it for silver, and he says, "Right, Belblam, pleasure to meet ya. And what about your friend here?"
Let's introduce.
Yeah,
Would
I
you
just
like
look
to
at you.
introduce me too, AJ.
This is Way. He is one of my associates.
After Baldur's Gate, mate. Long way from home.
You're not a god too, are ya?
No. Just a traveler.
Oh, well, welcome. Traveling, eh? I'm always looking for information about what's coming into and out of town. What you seen, what you know.
Oh, nothing. Just a big devil out in the desert, threatening to end humanity.
Oh, I've heard rumors of that. It's got to be a bunch of hogwash, though.
No, I've seen it. It's massive, huh?
That's concerning. What did it look like?
Oh, camel's ass, stuff like that.
Interesting. Well, thanks for the information. Next drink's on me. Gotta keep the gods happy after all. And he goes back to being behind the bar, and you are given another drink on him. And when the food comes, it's all right. It's not great, but it fills your stomach, and it's not terrible. Better than rations on the road, anyway. And yeah, for the most part, the other people in the bar just seem to mind their own. You're not really interrupted or anything. There are some people. Adriel's still wearing your mask. Are you?
Oh yeah, it's never coming. And I even eat like I
Yeah.
put the food under the mask as I eat.
Is she? Yeah. So you get some looks.
Fucking Mabel Boyd over
Definitely.
here.
But yeah, unless you guys want to do anything else, approach anyone else, or anything, you have any questions for anyone?
Do I see anyone who's suffering? Or I think we're in a shop, so they probably wouldn't be suffering in here, right? But
Yeah, probably not. Maybe suffering from alcoholism.
Yeah.
You know, one of the people in the corner, but that's about it.
okay, so I don't interact with anyone else unless
Okay.
Wei does.
Way, anything you want to do while you're here?
Yeah, I'll just kind of lean in to whisper to Adriel, look, listen, Adriel, I understand you've got that whole Messiah complex thing going on, but we're out in civilization, back in society, can we? Let's just take it easy, yeah?
It is no complex, my friend. I am on
Yes,
a
yes.
mission, and so are you, even if you do not wish to admit it.
Yeah, I understand that, but let's just keep it a little bit more quiet. Away from prying eyes. Don't want to start a fight now, do we?
How would we start a fight?
Well, unsavory types.
You
Don't-
have said some very fighty words thus far today, so you are very lucky.
Yeah.
There may be some people out there who might not appreciate the words of go.
I have faith everything will work out the way it is supposed to.
Yeah, all right. Just remember what I said, and let's. I just hope that you'll try to you'll listen to me. At least take some of it into account.
Have faith. And I just look away.
Yeah.
With the way things have been going so far, I'm half expecting the way that it's supposed to turn out is Adriel stabbed in an alleyway somewhere in Ralazar.
Yeah.
I'm almost expecting he's gonna get like burned alive for being a witch or something. Like the Inquisitors.
Haven't ruled it out.
Mm-mm. It's all possible.
Did I miss something
Good.
out of character? Like, I don't know.
Your
just might get
character's
tried-
preaching seems sort of
Yeah, but I mean,
Abrasive.
there's so many gods everywhere. I mean, I'm sure other people of other worshippers of other gods are here as well. Like, why would they
Hopefully.
be? Yeah, hopefully.
I wouldn't count on them being so accepting. Let's put it like that. The worshippers of other gods, potentially.
Heresy would still be a thing in these times.
I don't know.
I don't like heresy so much because, as Sebastian has pointed out, there's multiple gods here, and people do worship multiple gods here. But you know, there's talking about your god, and then there's forcing it on others, and as long as it's just talking about it,
Yeah, I never
so
forced
far,
anything.
so far no one's punching, you know.
I didn't-
So yeah, you're okay so far. Can I, while you guys are at Happy Hogan's, could I please have you guys roll me a perception checks? Okay. Chang, you just kind of overhear people chit-chatting at the pub. Happy sort of comes around and he tends to sort of talk with all of the people. You know, him sitting down at your table was not an unusual event. He kind of sits and chats with all of his patrons pretty much. And you hear there's a lot of talk going around town right now. Everyone seems to be really excited for the big wedding that is coming up. Prince Hassan Arslan. Yeah, I'll put that in chat for you, Nick.
Okay, thank you.
Is recently engaged, and will be marrying Princess Shadala.
Mm-hmm.
Help if I didn't write his name twice. There we go. That's Prince. He is the eldest prince of the Sheikh Qasim Arslan. Would you say that's Arslan? Sounds
Yeah,
weird.
probably. Mm. What was the princess's name?
Princess Shadala.
Sadala. Okay.
Um,
And
and
how
oh,
immense is
sorry,
that?
it's Shadala. I misspelled that.
Shadala,
SHAD.
okay.
ALAH. And so they are recently engaged, and preparations are being made for the wedding. You hear people talking about like, oh yeah, they were over. Some of their slaves were over at my place, picking up items for the wedding, and they're starting to kind of prepare for a big celebration that's going to be happening soon. It sounds like the whole city is basically going to stop over the course of the wedding week, and it's going to be like just a massive event, and it's just going to be like a whole week of celebrations. And that seems to be the date hasn't been set yet, but it seems to be coming up fairly soon. The proposal, like the engagement, has just very recently happened, and that's kind of the talk of the city at the moment. Where does anyone go from here? Actually, can we just take 30 seconds so I can go pour myself another coffee? While I
Yeah,
do
sure.
that, think about where you want to go next,
Okay.
and we'll pick up with where you guys go next, wherever that is.
So 10
Sure.
minutes or 5 minutes?
Let's take. Do you want to take your full break here? I mean, it is almost 9:30. Why don't we take our 10? I'll
Okay.
let the dog out,
Yeah,
and
let's
then
do that.
we'll come back.
Okay.
Let the dogs out. Kirsty.
So you guys, you've basically in the town, wandering around doing the things. We've got hookup for camels. You guys, there was some talk about going to the bazaar still. And
Yes, that is definitely on the to-do list.
I don't know. Are you guys going to meet up there as a group? Or is someone just going there as an individual? What is the plan with that?
Could meet up there.
Yeah, Adriel and I'll go.
Yeah, we
over.
could. Yeah.
Okay, so
We-
after heading to all of your separate places, Lennar doing her research, Magnus getting a line on some camels and making sure his chariot's up to date, ready to go. And Adriel and Wei meeting Happy Hogan in the pyramid. You guys all head towards the bazaar.
Can I don't know if
Yeah.
Shane's gonna change his mind, but when we meet up at the bazaar and Magnus asks us if we got the supplies, what do we say? Like, oops, because we didn't get them.
Okay. No,
Yeah, we
we'll-
could just
we'll
become like right before we get to where we're supposed to meet. I say we forgot to get the supplies, but
We didn't forget. We'll get them right now. Hey, listen, Magnus never told us when to get them. He didn't give us a deadline. And what better time on a full stomach?
true. I just go with that. It's because I have faith.
Because I have faith.
Yeah, have faith, Adri.
Oh god, I love this character.
Oh boy.
Okay, so over at the bazaar. So the bazaar is a collection of sort of stalls, but it's mostly kind of like carpets laid on the ground with wares laid on the carpets. There's a few kind of people selling out of the backs of wagons. There's a few kind of stalls, but it's all the kind of thing that can go up and then just come right down in sort of 5 minutes flat kind of idea. This is the non-permanent area, although for those of you who live here in town, you're aware that some of these merchants are here quite regularly. So they're sort of semi-permanent, but the big thing sort of that is of note, I guess, is there is a statue of a sphinx that is sort of at the middle-ish of the bazaar, and that's sort of what the whole place is centered around. People often say meet you at the Sphinx, and it's just kind of like the landmark here in
It is-
town where
sure.
people meet up. So there's lots of people just hanging out by it, leaning against it. It's one of those statues that, like, people like climb and sit on the base of it because it's like a rectangle sort of shape. And,
Yeah, I probably would have sent Quoth ahead to like sit on the statue and just see if they're there, sort of thing.
just keep an eye. Yeah, they never turn up, weirdly, until you do.
Convenient.
And yeah, so the bazaar is known as a great place to sort of get information, not necessarily like history information or anything, but just the goings on around town. It's also it's a place to find just random stuff. And currently today, you see these stalls that are selling leather and tents. There's one that's selling scrolls, books, and tomes. There's one selling dried meats. There's one selling fresh meats. There's one selling grains, rugs, cloth. There is a small like blacksmith. There's a fortune teller's tent. There are tapestries. There's one that's selling like little tiny statues. One that is selling all manner of just odd trinkets. And then one that is selling like fruit, nuts, and dates, that kind of thing.
Okay.
And you all meet up at the Sphinx.
Yeah.
Silence.
Let's not all
is
speak
there-
at once, guys.
Is there anything in particular you guys are looking to purchase? Is it just sort of stocking up on rations and that kind of thing?
I think, yeah, it is supplies we need. Like Lenara would be interested to see if there's anything of a magical nature, but I strongly doubt there's going to be.
Yeah, I would be looking around too for anything that would stand out or pop out, but I have nothing in particular to look for.
Okay.
Lunara
Magnus
would
can't
put
afford
on,
the one thing he really wants, so he's fine with just some health potions and some cigarettes.
Okay.
Yeah, Lunara would keep detect magic on as she's wandering around the bazaar just to see if anything, shines up.
Way's going to be the responsible one and actually pack for a trip, including health potions.
Yeah.
Awesome.
If I see health potions, I'll buy one. Or
So there are there's the alchemist who lives over here, which is the person that you first went to speak with in town. He would be the one to purchase any health potions and that kind of thing from.
We can always
So
go to him after we've supplied everything else.
Yeah, well, you can just go ahead. Like, you've already been in there, so I'm more than
Alright.
happy to say that you've already purchased those if you don't want to, unless you want
Okay.
to speak with him in particular. But you can just go ahead and add whatever that to your list, to your sheet, sorry, and a standard price for health potion.
Is there 50 gold? Question mark.
the regular one is, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Lunara will spend some trade goods on 3 of those. So that is 150. That is 350. Yes. 3 healing potions.
And you do see one, actually 2 items on the rug of the merchant that's selling kind of like trinkets. One of them is a candle,
Okay.
and it is giving off. Sorry, I'm trying to find the School of Magic. It is giving off evocation magic.
Okay.
And the other thing you see is a an ear horn.
Okay.
You know those things that you like hold to your ears and so that you can hear
Yeah.
better, like the old timey things. You see one of those, and that is also giving off magic, and that would be of the School of Abjuration.
Okay. I think Lunara would ask about those things.
He says, "Oh, this candle, yes, very, very, very expensive, very rare item indeed. This candle. He's a tabaxi, by the way, the
Mhm.
seller. This candle was passed down among many generations, only lit twice. They say that when you light it, it can shine very far and wide. Lets off more light than your average candle. Magic it
Uh-huh.
is. And the ear horn. This ear horn has been passed down through many, many families. Ancient item indeed. Has many secrets contained within it. They say when you put it to your ear, you can hear secrets being told far and wide.
Mhm.
Can you roll me an insight check?
Yes. Insight is not going to be great, but we'll do it anyway. That's That's
Yeah.
a 7.
Totally legit. He seems like he knows what
Sounds
he's talking
legit.
about. He's
I
probably
mean,
got a sort of, what is it, provenance? He's probably got the provenance of all the items.
Yeah. I mean, I can see they are actually magical from looking at them, so
Mhm.
that kind of leans in towards, yeah, okay, that sounds legit. And the school sounds about right based on what he's telling me, so interesting. Well, consider them. Thank you.
For you, I can do a deal. I was going to charge 50 gold pieces for this candle, but for you, you're such a lovely lady. Perhaps only 40 gold pieces.
I could be interested in 40. I mean, a lot of my party can see in the dark anyway. And she kind of lifts her like darkened glasses to show her weirdly colored eyes.
Oh.
It's
Special lady with beautiful eyes for you. For you, 30 gold pieces.
yeah, I think I could part with 30 gold pieces.
Oh, you have a deal. Excellent, excellent.
And he hands over the candle to you. The candle has sort of like a fish shape to it.
Okay.
And you are the proud owner of a Candle of the Deep.
Candle of the Deep. Interesting. Candle of the Deep.
It should be in the compendium. You should be able to drag and drop it over and
Okay.
have all the information on it.
Let me drag that across. Da-da-da-da. Items. And how much is the... Sorry, go on.
So I was just gonna say, basically, it's a candle that stays light underwater.
I see it. Underwater candle. Okay. Candle of the Deep. Ba-ba. That is in my... Candle of the Deep. And the air horn?
Oh, the ear horn. Like I said, this has been in families for generations. It's very expensive. 80 gold pieces.
What does it do? Oh, sorry, yeah, you told me it does the
Told
secret
you,
thing, doesn't it?
let you hear secrets.
No, I don't think. I don't think we need that.
You sure? Maybe 70 gold pieces? We could do a
That's
deal.
a
You buy the
lot to
candle
lay.
already?
That's a lot to lay out on a thing that my bird friend here can do for me.
But can your bird tell you the secrets?
Quoth goes, yes.
I see.
Magnus probably leans in. Yeah, but does your bird come with all that extra earwax?
Good point.
Yes, good point. That's
Look
yeah,
at
no.
it.
No, thank you.
Generations caked on right there.
Ooh, delicious.
Earwax is free.
No extra charge. You sure?
The
70
earwax
gold
in the
pieces?
park is free. They don't tell you that. I have 30 earwax. No, I think I'll pass on that.
Come back another time then, pretty lady. Perhaps I have more treasures for you to peruse.
Yeah, we'll have a look at another point. Okay. Yeah, I'll
anything
yield
else?
over to someone else.
Okay. Anything else anyone wants to do here?
Health potions. Get a few more of those.
We can get them from the alchemist. We can just
Yeah.
spend 50 gold per.
Yeah, so you can go ahead and just add those to your sheet.
I was trying to figure out what I wanted to trade for the gold potions instead of using gold coins. So I have 5 silks at 10 gold pieces each. I'll just trade those in for 1 healing potion.
Awesome. Yeah, I should have said the vendor probably wasn't trading in gold coins. He was probably, it's hard for me to remember. So you can
Okay, I'll
do a little bit of wheeling and dealing and take off any items that you would like.
If we can just get health potions from the alchemist, who I assume accepts legal tender.
Yeah, he will actually take gold coins. I think probably in the market more would be the trading. He'll take both.
So here, for supplies supplies and stuff, I'll barter with the ink and saffron.
Okay, awesome.
Rations and water.
Rations of water, yeah, you get the stuff that you need to get. Take off as many ink and saffrons as you need to. And you might end up, if you've got if the ink is maybe too expensive for the amount of rations you're buying, then maybe you get a couple of silks back or something as well.
Oh, great.
Oh,
We're going to end up wandering around with one of those massive carpets. We have to try and schlep off on somebody.
I mean, they're pretty cheap. No rations and water, including.
Yeah, so you'd be able to get the rations and water skins.
So 1 bundle of saffron should be good enough. I mean, 15 gold.
Yeah, absolutely.
Decent amount for 4 of us.
Yep.
Yeah,
I'll do that.
and also obviously look out for some cigarettes for Magnus.
Oh yeah, look for
We have,
cigars.
Yeah, we have the tobacco leaf pouches, so we've got that as a backup.
Yeah, I've got some bundles of tobacco as well, but it's just
Yeah.
easier if I can get packs of cigarettes.
I'm gonna see if I can get some lemon and some dried lemon and mint.
Mm-hmm.
Sure,
Nice.
absolutely. I think
Put that in my
there's
herbalism
probably
kit.
someone who sells different herbs. I mean, like I said, there's lots of spices utilized in this part of the world, so there's probably one of the merchants has a bunch of different spices for sale, including bunches of herb like mint and that kind of thing.
Yeah, I'll refill the herbalism kit to the max, to the
To the
point where
max.
it's like almost to where it's like it's like bursting. It's like surface tension.
Awesome.
Don't know when we're gonna hit civilization again. So
Yep, that's
cram
for
as much in
sure.
there as we can.
Magnus will stop by a tea vendor as well and just resupply for the temple.
Excellent.
I'll
Excellent.
trade up the other bundle of saffron for some cigarettes and herbs.
Sounds good.
I think Lunara will also refill her component pouch. Just get some stuff get useful stuff there. But like if we've got food, water, rations, I know that was food as well. Then I think we've got everything we need roughly.
And Magnus has a line on the camels. Depends if you guys want to travel with a cart or not when you next travel, or if you're just going to travel with the camels.
A cart would be a nice get.
So if
Especially
you want
if we
to do
can.
that,
Yeah.
that would probably be at the Sand Voyagers Guild.
Okay. Yeah, we'll do that. Why am I imagining like a used cart salesman that we're going to meet next? Slaps roof of cart. You can fit so much desert into this bad boy.
I was going to say, you can fit so many carpets in this bad boy.
Mm.
So I believe area 10 is the that's the Mercenaries Guild. The camel stables are number 14. Oh yes. And this is probably where you would be able to find carts and things being sold as well.
Okay.
There is a little water fountain out front of this place, which you make sense. It's a place camels could come and drink and that kind of thing. It also kind of has the advantage of showing off how wealthy the Sand Travelers Guild is. Having a flowing water fountain in a place like this is a definite indicator of lots of money.
Yeah.
The building itself is sort of round shaped, almost like a half moon kind of shape. And the two wings are essentially stables on one side, and on the other side it would be like a place for wagons to be placed, to be built. These are not the fancy chariots that would be driven in the races. These are more the wagons that are utilized across the desert. It's a place where you can get them repaired. You can buy additional items for them. So, you might want to consider bringing an extra wheel or an extra wagon. What's the thing called that connects the wheels, like the big poles?
Axle.
Axle. Thank you. I'm good at cars. Can you tell? So, axles and things like that. It might be worth considering if you are going to take a wagon, bringing those kind of things with you, because
Yeah,
if one
I think
breaks in
that's
the
a good idea.
desert, you may be SOL.
Yeah.
They have, as well as camels, they do also have a few horses here. Not very many, but they do have horses. Both sort of more draft horse type things. They also have giant lizards that can
As you
both
do.
be used for pulling wagons or for riding mounts. So there's a little bit of a selection here. For the most part, camels seem to be the way that most people prefer to travel. But there are other options, and they have benefits and disadvantages. So yeah, the place itself is well run. There's lots of people here. This is probably the first place most merchants come when they come into town. It's right by one of the run of the gates. They come, they park their wagons, they get repairs, they stable their animals. And if you're part of the Merchants Guild here, then that's just part of your monthly fee, is you just come in and drop off your crap kind of idea.
Sure.
And then if you're not part of the Merchants Guild, if you can't afford the guild dues, then it would kind of be the place where you would pay the money to do the things. So
Mhm.
yeah, so this is where you can purchase a wagon if you want one, and Magnus has a line on some camels, but if you guys would like to purchase a different type of mount, then they are available here.
I'd like to have a look at wagons. I would be interested actually in the giant lizard option. Is intriguing.
Sure. So you go around and you have a look at the giant lizards.
Mm-hmm.
They are they're pretty good regarding if you're going over terrain that needs climbing. They do have
I see.
the ability to sort of climb walls and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So they're quite handy that way. They're a little bit shorter. They're a lot shorter, I guess, than camels or horses would be, so they can kind of get into spaces that maybe you wouldn't be able to travel with a camel or a horse. And they are also they do have dark vision, so they would be able to travel at night. They're great in caves. So any underground travel would be excellent. They're also they're pretty decent in the desert. So they are.
I would have thought you'd have to be
native
careful
this
about
region.
traveling with them, like in the absolute heat of the day. Being
Yes.
although
you would
actually
need
being
to-
cold-blooded, maybe overnight would be worse. Thinking about it.
They tend to dig in the sand to regulate their temperature. So
Yeah.
you would just have to sort of desaddle them and let them dig into the sand
Yeah.
during the hot and cold parts.
Sure. Okay. Okay. I think just stick with what we've got for the moment. We don't have a need for lizards.
Yeah.
She says.
Magnus
in
would tell
famous
you he
last
doesn't
words.
like them. He doesn't like
Fair
them
enough.
because they're too small for him, and when they catch the scent or sight of a desert fox, they're almost impossible to maintain control of.
Fair. Fair. Then yeah, let's go and have a look at carts and I guess try and get ourselves something reasonably sized that we can make use of. Lunara's looking at this from a view of what is she going to be comfortable sitting inside for the next however long it takes us to get to our destination.
So
Preferably covered.
Yeah, so there are carts. So just your standard basic cart is going to cost you 15 GP.
Okay.
And that would just be a sort of wooden open topped, think like dump cart kind of idea, like a flatbed trailer kind of
Yeah.
idea.
Yeah.
So that's your standard. A covered wagon will cost you 20 GP.
Okay.
And then you can certainly get one outfitted with additional items if you wanted, get like beds installed into it so you've got somewhere to sleep or something like that. And as you get more and more stuff like that, the cost will just go up.
You started
Lunara
to
is
say
very
beds,
tempted.
and I thought you were going to say ballista, and I was like, yes.
Well,
Yes.
that's certainly an option. You guys can have your wagon modified to have that kind of stuff on it. Again, we'll just negotiate the price.
Yeah, okay. I would like one. I would definitely like one that's going to be as comfortable as possible inside. Beds, definitely, please.
Do you have any armored carts?
Armor would be useful, yeah. Well, we don't want too much armor because weight means it's going to sink into the sand more easily.
That's true.
But
Like reinforced ones.
So the proprietor of this place, or at least the person who comes out to speak with you, is a human female, and she's she sort of like lets you wander around a little bit, have a look, and then she sort of comes out, hi, can I help you? And you ask about armored vehicles, how to train your wife. And she says, yeah, we do have the ability to add some reinforcements to our wagons. We sort of somewhat akin to what you'd see with the armored chariots. There's some different weights of armor that you can get. Obviously, that is reflective of the price. But if you want something that will just reinforce it lightly, that is still easily able for an animal to purchase, pull.
Pull?
I would pull. I would suggest a medium weight armor.
I'm gonna
And
raise.
that-
Wade's gonna raise his hand from the back.
yes.
Is there any chance we can get armored camels as well?
We could maybe get some barding. Yeah.
Yeah, you could get barding for your camel. That would probably be purchasable at the market. There is a blacksmith there right now. He's probably the best person to talk to about barding. We don't tend to sell that ourselves.
Right.
Fair.
So
Okay. Yeah, I'll like, talk with her and go through the options of what we can get and place bedding for 4, storage space still, reinforcement, spares for wheels and shit. Anything else we particularly want here?
spare lumber.
Yeah, repair supplies. We have a fairly extensive travel ahead of us, and I don't want to be caught flat-footed in the desert.
Absolutely, that's very smart. So we can give you 1 spare wagon wheel and a spare axle. In addition, some extra lumber, and we can certainly get you a covered wagon that is outfitted with bedrolls. And that whole thing, and you consider sort of like tallying in your head. She says, "I think we could do that for 50 GP."
Bargain. I like hand over some trade goods worth about 50 gold pieces. I've just completely abstracted that on my sheet. I'm not gonna like go, oh, here's 5 lots of silk. So just here's
that's
50
fine.
gold pieces worth of trade goods. Ain't got time for that.
Yeah.
So 270. Yeah. There you go. How soon can we have it available?
It'll take us about a day to get that outfitted for you because it's a custom build. So
Sure.
if you come back tomorrow afternoon, we should have it ready.
Sounds
Oh,
good
no,
to me.
I'll have to spend one more day with nice beds.
Yeah, how awful. Spend a
On the
whole
shelter.
more day before we have to get into the desert again.
Water.
Mm.
Water. I mean,
Yeah,
Water.
yeah, get it right. Walter. Walter.
Magnus walked into this place with dreams of like the sleek, sexy sports car and realizes now we're leaving with a fucking van.
We're building the rig from Mad Max. Sorry to tell you this.
listen, we could have went with the Lexus, but you know, Daddy wants that reliability in the Honda.
Oh God. Anything else that you guys want to do? Do you want to fast forward to the next day? Do you want to do anything else in Bralazar? We do have chariot races tonight if you're interested.
Yeah, let's have a look at the chariot races. Definitely, I'm hella
I'm-
interested in that.
just gonna buy 3 potions of healing from the alchemist. Let's say that.
Okay,
I'll minus it from my pocket money.
sounds good.
Oh, since Magnus is here, I'll give him back his fine ink. Got everything. Got your smokes. There you are.
Thank you.
Okay, so the chariot races are just outside of town. I don't have a picture for it. I couldn't find anything I liked, so we're just gonna use our imaginations. But there is a fairly extensive course. And when I say course, it's not like a circle. It's it's just like a sort of rough road through the desert terrain. There are some more like rock outcrops and that kind of thing in this region. It's not just the sand like what you guys had been traveling through. This is more like Badlands type area because we're right on the edge of that big sandy desert. And so this race kind of goes like up and over the outcroppings and around. There's several different F1 not NASCAR. There's several different tracks that go, so it's not necessarily the same. You're not necessarily doing the same race every single time. Anyone is welcome to participate in the chariot races. There's a fee to it. They have, if you don't have your own a chariot, then you can actually rent one to enter the races. And the other thing you should know is that the chariot races are a free-for-all. There are no real rules. It's just complete the race. So things tend to get a little bit rough. And you see these soundtrack. So I assume, Magnus, that your alter ego is going to be participating.
Yeah, Magnus will make a stop by his hovel, and he pulls up from under the floorboards like a big duffel bag, and says, "I have to go meet my racing partner, so maybe I'll see you guys on the starting line."
Mask. Please tell me you've got a luchador mask. You're like El Magno.
Close.
Yes.
Okay,
But,
so Magnus sneaks off to meet with his racing partner.
Yeah, I don't know if Lunara would be interested in actually taking part in that. Like, that sounds far too exciting for Lunara's life.
So Lunara might watch.
Yeah, me the player hella wants to take part. Lunara the character would not touch that with any length of a movable rod.
What about Adriel and Wei?
I'll watch.
I don't think Adriel will be interested, so he might just go around town looking for more poor souls to recruit.
It's recruitment
just-
drive. That's what we're talking about.
Awesome.
Oh no.
Showing up like Jehovah's Witnesses.
Mm,
Oh, Jesus.
All right.
Yeah, him.
yeah, him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So Adriel, we will deal with what happens with you around town once we do the chariot races, or maybe we'll break it up. So Lunara, Magnus, and Wei all head towards the racetrack. Magnus is separate. I'm just going to bring up my rules here. So pre-race, this would be Magnus. You already have a medium. You've got the heavy armored. You could actually choose if you want medium or heavy armored.
No, you pick. This was all set up while I was away, so I'm fine with racing whatever. This is just Magnus's vice. He
just
super
races.
into
Okay. So
racing. So
we talked about armor, so I think we're gonna go with the heavy cart, which is sort of reinforced, but it's not as fully armored as the armored cart.
okay.
Your steed. Roll a d4. Let's see what you get. You got a lizard.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
We'll see how it goes.
And I have already added the ball bearings to your cart. And
Alright.
that's already been paid by your ally there.
Magnus will sort of cheat, and he's going to give himself the vigilant blessing. So he has.
Cool.
I want to put 10 gold down on him.
Okay.
Thankfully, my
Well-
my monk tenants do allow gambling. That's fine.
Whoever that El Magno guy is, he seems like he's got a good chance of this.
Yeah, I mean, you guys having traveled with him for a while would probably recognize him in the
Hmm.
alter ego, but he shows up in like blue chalky armor, like it's been painted with like a blue chalk paint, and he's wearing a like kabuki mask that looks like an oni, and it's also blue.
Yeah, I wonder which other 6'8" person with horns is going to
Yeah,
be
pretty
participating
much.
in the race.
Yeah. So when the race starts, the drivers come out and Wei and Lunara. I don't know, Lunara, have you ever been to the races before? Do you think your character would have gone when she
I
was?
don't think she would ever have done. She's probably only coming along because these guys are here.
Okay.
She mostly spends her time at home. This
Fair.
is the most time she spent outdoors probably in her life, apart from like moving here.
Awesome. And Wei, you were here briefly before leaving. Would you have come to the races before, or would this be
Yeah.
your character's?
Yeah,
I can definitely
course.
imagine Wei
Oh, yeah.
enjoying gambling to this.
I mean, if I had to describe him in one word, I'd say football hooligan. Two
Yeah, I can
words.
see that. Yeah, it is more than one word, but yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. So you would probably have seen Magnus in this getup before and just wouldn't know that it was Magnus, because why would you?
Now
And
I do.
so
Hey,
now you
come on,
recognize
I've got
who he is.
10 goal right on you. Don't lose.
Come on, Magnus, score some fucking goals. Sorry, that's what I'm expecting from you, Wei. That's who you've got to be.
So to your maybe surprise, Magnus is actually well known, I guess, in the racing circuit. He does quite well for himself. He's known as the Blue Devil, is his racing name. And when he comes out, they announce, "And the Blue Devil!" And there's people cheering, and you hear people saying, "Devil, man, you missed the last race!" And people are holding signs and cheering. There's a couple of other sort of well-known racers out there as well. And then there's also just some people that are desperate to make money and entering the race just hoping that they can win and make some money, for whatever. Or people doing it for a laugh, people doing it for the excitement, for the enjoyment.
I think as they're lining up, Lunara would actually, for her own entertainment, send Quoth over to just like be a sky camera for her and like follow the thing around.
Follow the race.
Yeah, he's
Okay.
gonna fly with them and watch.
So because we only have one person actually involved in the race, I'm gonna give you guys two options. Well, I'm gonna give you guys three options. Option one is we do the race. Magnus is the only one doing rolls, and I am playing some NPCs against him. Option two is we just sort of narrate what happens, maybe do like one roll and sort of do things that way. Or option three is you guys can each take an NPC and play them and participate in the race against Magnus.
Yeah, I'll do the NPC.
I think that would be quite fun.
Yeah.
Okay. Chang, you down for that too?
Majority votes.
Okay. So your NPCs are Chang.
I want the winning one.
You Chang, you are playing a halfling male with an animal handling check of +2.
Hey, that's waste.
Hey, look at that. Perfect. You can just roll from your sheet.
Yep.
Adriel, you are playing. Where is he? Oh, she. You are playing a woman. You are playing a tabaxi female, and she has an animal handling check of +5.
Oh wow.
Okay.
And Lunara, you can play my dwarf with an animal
Okay.
handling check of +3.
+3. Okay.
Magnus is playing himself. for those of you who are, so let's do Adriel Chang, Adriel, Wei, and Lunara. Roll a d4 to choose your cart, a d4 to choose your animal.
I got heavy camel. I got heavy lizard.
Any lizard. Okay. Oh, and an armored.
Hang on, sorry. 2d4. Well,
Armored
be right back a
camel.
second, sorry.
Sure. And it looks like Lunara has also an armored cart with a draft horse. So what that means is you're, in terms of your movement speed, so the weight of your cart will remove or add to the speed of the animal. So Chang, your lizard can move 30 feet, and you're going to take away 5 because you're in a heavy cart, so your speed is going to be 25 per round.
What's mine?
So you are an armored, what did we say? Camel. So
Camel.
your speed is 50 feet, minus 10 for armored, so your speed is going to be 40 per
Okay.
round. You are going to outpace Chang really quickly.
Jesus Christ.
Now,
I got
outpace me real quick too.
You're both
What
going
was
to
that?
outpace me as well. I've got a
You
You
10.
did
I've
give me
got
the
a
winning
20.
one. Thanks, Kirsty.
And you've got what, a +5 to animal handling? Like, oof.
Right?
I'm pretty sure you're playing Magnus's biggest rival on this.
Yeah,
I
probably.
give you an evil look. I'm like, my rival.
Ford v Ferrari.
Yeah.
And so Lunara, your speed, you're armored and a 1, so you are
20
30
feet.
feet.
That's minus 10. Because I
And-
armored, was that? Oh,
armored draft
4-1.
horse.
Sorry, yeah, armored draft horse, not lizard. Cool, good.
Yeah,
That's
so
a bit better.
30 feet. So again, cheating is okay. If you have a ranged weapon, you can use it. You've all got an armor class, and you'll notice that your cart has hit points. Your cart also has a damage. If you are within 10 feet of another cart, you can ram it, and it will do the damage shown. A ram would be your action. So on your turn, you would roll an animal handling to see how your movement goes. Your move is your movement, and then you can also take an action on your turn. Action could be a ram, or it could be something you could, Adriel, you can throw lightning. You can, well, I guess you can't because you're not yourself.
We're not our characters. Yep.
Adriel could throw lightning, but you can't. So you could just do an attack roll or something like that if you want to try and do damage to someone's cart and prevent them from moving. I suggest you all gang up on Adriel's character.
Why?
Yep,
That's
sounds good
not
to me.
nice.
Because you're so much
No
faster.
reason.
Yeah.
There- okay.
So, and there's some other actions that I have specific here. So you can do a dodge, you can do a break check, you can do a ram, or you can do a cheat, depending on what kind of cheat you want to do. And then you can also do just a regular attack roll. Is that pretty straightforward?
I think so.
Okay. So, initiatives. I have all of my drivers are just a straight d20 roll.
Okay.
Why don't we? I didn't really plan out well how to do this with a visually on the page.
Don't have to.
I'm just gonna put in a turn tracker so that we can see.
Oops. Oh.
Yay!
Oh man.
All right. I take the 18. I had advantage on mine, so.
Nice. Okay, so we got Seb, we got Chang, we got Nick. an 8. I rolled an 11. Nick got a 3. And Chris got an 18. Oh, there's a sort. Oh my god.
Auto sort.
There's a sort button that's just right on the turn order thing now.
Yeah.
So you don't have to
pretty good.
go into the settings. That's awesome. Okay, let's get some battle music going. All right. So,
Well, here's to the good race, old boy. May the best man win. Or woman.
Yeah. Off with you.
Magnus probably doesn't speak. He lets his co-rider do all this trash talk.
Yeah, I just.
oh
like,
yeah,
kinda,
do you want to?
I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say I just look over at the others and I just kind of do like a little hiss, like a cat hiss.
Awesome. Magnus, do you want to describe your partner in crime there? We didn't introduce her.
Yeah, Otel is a quite tall. I don't remember how tall I actually made her, but she's a quite tall gnoll, and she also wears a kabuki mask in the form of like a tiger.
Awesome. Yeah, okay, so Chris, you're up first. Magnus, you
All
get
right,
the
so we need
first.
an animal handling.
The flag drops, and Magnus is out of the gates. An animal handling check, please.
Don't screw me, you stupid lizard.
14.
That's not terrible.
Okay, so that means that you can move your speed.
All right, so I will snap the reins and get it going, and for my action, I'm going straight for the tabaxi, and I'm going to try and ram.
Okay, cool.
I guess that means that Sebastian's making a DC 15 save.
Wait, what did you do to me?
I'm trying to ram you right off the
Ram
line
you.
because I know that you're faster.
Ram, how can you go sideways?
Like sideswipe you as he goes.
Okay.
Yeah, as long as
I
you're
just
within.
pull the reins sideways right as I hit the snap and start going right into you.
How do you guys even know I'm fast? Oh, I guess you would know. Yeah. You gotta
I was gonna say I
that.
race enough. I would see you on this track.
Oh, okay. So you're taking some damage here. So roll me your damage.
3d6.
3d6.
How much hit points do these things have?
Cart did you end up with again? You got
armored one?
I think
the.
he's in the armored, so he has 20.
No, 120.
Oh no, sorry, 120. Yeah, sorry. I was looking
120
at
HP.
AC.
Yeah. So we're.
So I do a little scratch down the side as I pull.
120 minus 8, so you're at 112.
Okay.
And what's your movement, Chris?
Mine is only 25.
Okay, so you got 25 feet.
Yeah, that's why I went for him first. So that's my move. That's my action. That's pretty much it for me.
Okay. That brings us to Chang.
Okay. Yeah, my guy whip it into full gallop.
Okay. What's your speed again? What's your
25.
Your speed is 25?
Heavy lizard.
Right. Okay. So go ahead and make an animal handling check.
Already did, 21.
21. Nice. Okay, so you get your full 25 feet.
And I say, I shall thrash you like I thrashed you all last year. See you at the finish line. And I'm going to dodge.
I'm trying to
Okay.
think that Giovanni just warped into this world.
Okay, Chang is dodging, and Sev, you're up.
So can we dash?
You cannot dash.
Cannot dash. Okay, just curious. So yeah, I'm just like, you cheating scum, and I slap my reins on my camel and I go full speed ahead.
Okay. You can make me your animal handling check.
This will be my animal handling. Oh my god!
Oh.
Oh,
thank
no.
goodness.
So
Oh
you
wait,
can only
plus
go half-
5, so I only got an 8 actually. Yeah, sorry.
So you're only going half your speed, and you had like your speed was 50, right?
40, because that was minus the 10.
Oh, right.
Was it
'cause you're-
minus 10 or minus 5 for armored?
Oh,
Uh,
that's -10.
minus
Oh,
10.
minus 10. Okay.
So it's 40. So you actually only get 20 feet this round.
Yeah, so I'm annoyed. And, what's his name? Magnus for ruining my start. And I'll take a dodge action, I guess. Yeah.
Okay. And that brings us to Nick.
Okay, yep. Crack the whips, and off we go. My
Okay.
animal handling check is a number 8. Oh, good. I get half speed as well.
You do. And you're the really slow one,
Uh,
aren't you?
Not that slow, thankfully. Draft horse, so I get 15 feet? Question mark. Let me just double check that. Armored draft horse, so yeah, 30-foot speed. So yeah, I get 15 foot down the road,
Okay.
and I too will take the dodge action.
Okay, lots of dodge actions happening here.
Yep, it seems
all
reasonable.
right. That brings us back to... I haven't even been using this turn order. I'm going to turn it off. We don't need it. That brings us back to Chris. You're up. You're actually in the
Alright.
lead next to Chang, with Seb and Nick just behind you. Everyone
man.
is within... Everyone's within 10 feet of each other, so this is the time for rammings.
Really is, because I'm only going to get like one more chance at it. 'Cause they're not going to keep rolling that badly. Oh, barely scraped
Ooh,
through.
only just.
And they've all taken the dodge action, so they're all going to have
Yeah.
advantage.
Yeah.
Yeah, we saw your game.
Yeah, I think it's time to cheat right off the get-go.
Okay, what are you gonna do to cheat?
I think I'm going to toll the dead at somebody's mount.
So, okay, who's
What
that?
the fuck? Jesus Christ, that's a missile. What the
Yeah, it
hell?
I think I'm going to toll the dead at the Tabaxi's mount. It's the one I'm most afraid of. It's so quick.
All right. So that's a wisdom check, right?
DC 15.
Wisdom
yeah,
save. Yep.
Okay, and
for
you're
camel.
For camel, I think that's a straight check. Let me just check. It's actually a -1.
Okay.
So you can roll that.
Oh, you're good.
Oh,
Saves.
The camel saves. Awesome.
And yeah, I guess that's it. That's my move and my action.
Okay. So and you move full, so you are now 50 feet down the line here. Chang, you're up.
All right. Hey, I'm good.
Okay, you can move your full 25. That's going to get you 50. You're still neck and neck with Chris.
Let's see. Give me a second. I'm gonna dodge again for now.
Dodge again.
Keep
Okay.
it safe.
Mm.
All right. Seb.
So what am I? Tabaxi what? Do I have magic? Do I? How
I
do
didn't give them any other stats.
Okay.
But you can make up what you want, whatever seems fair.
So this is just happens to be a Tabaxi god.
Great.
Hit in level
Just a
20.
weird coincidence.
Mm.
All right.
Yeah, gonna
so,
cast Meteor
Polymorph?
Swarm.
Yeah, she's just gonna go full speed ahead. She's not a cheater like Magnus.
All right.
So here's
Go ahead
the
and roll your animal handling
animal
then.
handling. 10.
10 is what you need
Just-
for full movement.
All right, so yeah, I will go my 40 movement,
Okay.
and so I'm at
Dust
60.
blows by me.
That actually, yeah, that pulls you at 60. That pulls you 10 feet ahead of the others here.
Okay, and I will take a dodge action.
And a dodge action. Okay. Nick.
Okay, let's do my animal handling. 17, that's more like it. So yeah, full move, so that is 30. And so I managed 15 foot down the road, so I'm at 45. So
You're
I'm
at
just
45, yeah.
Yeah, I'm 45. Okay, so I'm just a bit behind them all. I think I too. I'm just gonna dodge. Like, there's no. Yeah, I don't know. There's no one like within easy attack, and yeah, dodge makes sense. Let's go.
That's fine. You're within 5 feet of both Chris and Chang. So
Okay.
you could do a ram on them.
No,
and
I think
bump
I'll
up,
just
so you know
dodge.
that's an option. Okay.
Yep.
Sounds
Look
good.
at all these honorable racers in the desert. What is this?
I know.
I was
Um,
expecting
slow.
javelins coming at my head.
I'm slow as shit. I can't really afford to do that stuff.
Okay, Chris, you're up.
Okay. And handling. Oh
Oh
no.
no, half speed. Okay, so that's
Um,
gonna make you. You're 25. So that would be
Yes.
10. So you're at 60 feet. You've caught up with Seb. But that's it.
Oh boy. I'm gonna ram Seb while I have the chance.
Okay. So Seb, we're gonna need a DC 15 save from your chariot here.
Is there any?
You have advantage because you
bonuses?
dodged, I think.
Is it
You have
just a
advantage
straight-
because you dodge.
a
It's
straight-
just a straight D20 roll.
Okay. So twice. Oops, did I roll 3 times? No. So 18.
So we got an 18. Okay, so you do not take damage as you manage to avoid Magnus's chariot coming up behind you.
And I hiss at him.
Awesome.
And I probably turn to Otto and say, "Could you do something about this?" And that's my turn.
All right, Chang, you're up.
Right.
Nice, full speed.
I'm measly 25.
That puts you in the lead at 75.
I'm ahead of it. I'm ahead of these guys.
You've just pulled ahead of Magnus. You're ahead of Seb, but he hasn't gone this round. And
All right,
everybody's
well,
ahead of Nick.
Cool. Is Sebastian at 60? He's at 60, right?
He's at 60 currently.
Okay, so 2
So
at 60.
You
I'm
can...
afraid. I'll yell back. I'm afraid I can't let you pull ahead, dear boys. Old fruit. And I'm going to. Can I throw caltrops?
Yeah.
I'll let loose. I'll let loose one. I'm assuming I only have one charge of each.
Yes. Yeah, I'll give
like it.
everybody one charge of ball bearings and one charge of caltrops. Chris, that
Okay.
includes you, even though I only said ball bearings before. You can have one of each, just to make it fair and fun.
I'll drop the caltrops. See you at the finish line.
Awesome. Okay,
Mhm.
so let's get everyone, because everyone is behind him currently. So let's get everyone give a DC 15 save. That'll just be a straight roll. Magnus is fine.
I think both the others have advantage because they both took
Yeah.
dodge. So
I got
Dodge.
2 11s.
Oh dear.
Oof.
Ouch. Cheers, bud.
Okay, so you can only go half your movement next time you go,
Okay.
and your steed is going to take 1d4 damage. Chang, do you want to
Yeah.
3 points of damage? And what were you on again, Nick?
I was on the draft horse, so I've got 19 HP.
Okay.
So,
We've lost
so we'll put that down to 16 out of 19.
All right.
That's me.
Okay, good round. Seb, we're at you.
All right, I will do my animal handling check to get in front of everybody. Yes.
Oh,
15.
nice.
So that's another 40 feet.
You are now at 100 feet. So you are pulling well out ahead of the rest of the pack.
And so I would just be like, "You're all a bunch of cheaters," and I'd throw my caltrops out.
Awesome. Okay, let's get saves from everyone, please. Oh, nice. Magnus has no problem. Chang has no
Ah.
problem.
Nah, Caltrops.
Oh, it's
And I do.
caltrops are 15. Oh dear. Okay, so Lunara, this is gonna half your speed again. Sorry.
So
And-
5 feet, like 15 halved.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Is throwing the caltrops, that's your action, I'm assuming? So
That's
you
your
can't take
action, yeah.
Dodge anymore? Okay.
No.
All right, so that's me.
Okay, and horse mounts are taking damage on that as
Oh, yeah.
well.
Oh.
So
I'll roll the d4, right?
yeah.
2.
2 more damage. Okay.
2 damage, and Chang, you're on. What are you on again?
Lizard.
The lizard. Okay, so you're at
17.
you're
I'm
19
keeping track.
HP, so you're down to 17. Okay, you're awesome. Okay, and Seb is at 100 feet. We got Chris at 60, Chang at 75, and Nick at 45. And I'm sorry, Fallen. Looks like you're gonna fall behind even
Mhm.
more. Do you want to roll your animal handling?
I
See if you
mean,
can actually.
I
actually
might as
move.
well not. If I get under a 10, I'm not moving. 16.
Nice.
Yay!
There you go.
I get to move 5 feet.
So you're at 50 feet here.
Am I close to anyone? Like, within
you-
your speed distance means it's within 5 feet of me, right? Currently?
No, within your full speed distance.
Okay, so within 30 feet of me, who do I have?
So you've got Chris is 10 feet away
Okay,
currently. Chang is 75 feet to your 50, so you can
Okay.
reach him as well.
25. I am going to. I'm gonna ram Chris. Because fuck it.
Okay.
Do it.
Okay.
Why I do this?
Ramming speed.
Ramming speed.
So
Go ahead and make
DC
a-
15, right?
DC 15.
Yes.
Nice.
Okay, so you kind of come up to ram into him, and the caltrops start flying, and you have to swerve to narrowly avoid like crashing over your cart, and that will prevents you from smashing into him.
Sure. Okay.
And just so you know, when I say cheat, I mean like you can totally cut off a corner. We'll just do a roll for it as well, so don't
Okay.
feel that all is completely lost. Like anything goes in this race. Whatever you can come up with, we will make work.
Sure. Yeah. Okay.
So just because you're behind does not mean you're out. Okay, and we are back up at Chris. Chris, you are at 60 feet.
All
So
right.
the current leader is Seb at 100. And you got Chang ahead of you and Nick behind you.
Still within range, so I've got a chance. All right.
Good roll.
Full speed.
So that's going to bring you to 85 feet.
And I will toll the dead at the camel again.
Okay.
If I can take out that mount, then he's dead in the water.
All right, so Seb, you want to roll for your camel again?
Okay, what is d20 minus 1? I'll just roll.
D20
Oops.
minus 1.
I rolled the wrong thing. So we'll take the 2, I guess, and yeah, so I got a 1.
Okay, so your camel will take 8 points of necrotic damage.
If it's missing health already, that's 12. No,
Oh.
sorry.
No, it's at 15.
not.
12, it's
It's
4.
not.
So-
Yeah.
Oh, it's
before
not, okay.
15.
Okay.
So it's down to 8 points damage. 8 points of damage, 8 hit points.
That's my turn.
Okay. Chang, let's get your animal handling, please.
All right. Nope.
Oh dear. Okay, so you're half speed. So we're
Half of
talking another
20.
10 feet.
Half of 25, half of that. Quarter of 25.
Oh yeah, because
I got caltropped.
you got caltropped. So we were at 15, so that would bring you to 5?
To 5. That's what we did for mine. So yeah.
Yeah. So that brings you to 80 feet.
Well, I'm gonna dodge. I gotta try to get back in the lead, or
Get
at
back
least
in
catch
that
up.
gear. Okay. All right, Seb.
So you said, so you don't know, I don't know what to make my character. Since there are no stats for, I don't know how to attack Chris's mount. What does Chris have for a mount?
Lizard.
Chris is a lizard. What did I say you were? You were Tabaxi?
Yeah.
So NPC. Let's give you an acolyte.
Okay.
Just bringing one in here, so you've got some spells to work with.
I'm looking at this. I see.
Oh, awesome. Okay.
So I will. I will do my animal handling. See if I can get my full movement. Awesome.
Oh.
And as I am moving forward, I'm going to cast Sacred Flame on his mount.
Okay. That would be on the lizard.
Yeah.
Battle of the clerics.
That's a deck save.
So, will I do that? Or do I really want to be a cheater? I don't know. I will cast Cure Wounds on my mount instead.
Oh, okay.
So 1d8 plus my spellcasting modifier. Which is
So it's gonna be your wisdom, probably, if you're a cleric. Wisdom bonus.
It is a
Yeah.
+2.
+2. So 1d8 +2. I'll just roll the d8. So 3.
Yeah.
Poor mount.
Okay. Well, it brings it up to 11.
But I will go my full movement, so I'll be at 140 now.
140. Awesome. You're pulling way ahead of the pack here.
All right, that's it for me.
Okay. Nick.
Could I get an NPC for mine as well, please?
Yes.
Dwarf something, so I can have some ideas what to do. I think I know what I want to do anyway, but
Do you want magic or weapon?
give me some magic.
Okay, let's go. I'll give you the same CR as the acolyte. So let's go
Makes
with
sense, yeah.
apprentice wizard.
Okay. Magic missile.
Do you have the stats for that, or do you want me to pull one in? For you?
If you could pull one in, please, that would be amazing.
I sure can.
Let's do my animal handling check while you're doing this. Copy.
Hey, you have access to it now.
Sweet, thank you. Right, animal handling. That's a 14.
Awesome. So that's your full speed.
Yay.
That brings
I'm
you to
waiting for that to
80.
load.
You've actually caught up with Chang.
Yay. I think I'm actually gonna try and take a shortcut.
Okay. How much of a shortcut do you want to take, keeping in mind the DC will go up depending on how much additional...
I don't know, DC 14-ish worth of shortcut, maybe?
14? Okay, so that'll get you 10 more feet.
Okay, yep. I'll So, do I need to roll? I need to roll a thing, or
You need to roll. We'll just call it a straight d20.
okay, straight d20. Okay.
Yeah.
Come on. Oh no, no.
Oh no!
Oh no, a 1.
Oh no!
Kirsty's table.
Kirsty's table of pain.
Yeah.
Roll me a d20, please.
It's a 10.
A 10. Okay, you are going to lose a round as your wheel hits a rock and breaks, and it's going to cost you a round to repair it.
Sure. I was never in this race to begin with.
I'm so sorry, you're just having all of
That's
this
okay.
good luck.
Yep. The dice hate me. It's fine.
Okay. So that brings us back up to Chris. Chris, you're at 85 feet. You've got Chang right behind you at 80. Nick is right there with you also at 80. And then Seb is ahead at 140.
All right. Well, I need to make this animal handling. Oh no!
Oh
I mean,
All right.
oh no.
What's so that puts me at
Puts you at 95.
10. And sorry, what's the distance from me to Seb?
I'm 140. Well, I'm at 140 feet, so I'm not sure.
Yeah. So
Oh,
140
man.
minus 90.
That is far. See what I have
50 feet.
here. Let's see what I have. I think it's all right. It's just barely. We're gonna toll the dead again. I gotta try and take out that camel. Oh my god, I'm rolling so bad for damage on that.
That's an
Yeah,
8.
you are.
So
It's an 8. So let's get a check on your camel there, Seb.
So DC or roll a d20 again.
20 minus 1, yeah.
Oh, my poor camel.
Oh no, 8 points of damage.
Okay.
So it's got 3 hit points left, I think, if my math is right here.
yeah, it was 11 before.
Correct.
Okay.
Well, that's all I can do.
All right.
I was really hoping to take it out that turn because I'm not gonna get another chance.
Okay, Chang, you're up.
Okay. Hey.
Oh.
Nice.
Nat 20 animal handling. I said I would be generous. I'm gonna let you go. You can do half again of your movement speed. So you're 25. That'll give you an additional 10. So that's 35 feet.
Awesome. I'm gonna see Nick's eraser. Try to take a shortcut. And I say, "What a splendid idea!"
No, don't.
Nice.
It worked badly. Oh, well, hold on.
I'll do it as well.
Okay, how much do you want to
Give me a DC 15.
DC 15?
Table's hot.
That's gonna be 10 feet.
Table's hot. Daddy's feeling lucky.
All
That's what I'm talking
Nice.
about.
Get on.
Big rollers, baby. Woo!
right, you cut a corner going off the track a little bit, narrowly dodging
I
rock.
drift around that bitch.
Awesome. And that'll bring you to 125 feet. And that
Alright.
brings us up to Seb. I think we're gonna go to 200, just to sort of
Yeah.
cap.
Yeah, it would speed
capstone
the
here.
things up a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we're getting close here and we've been going for a while. So Seb, you're at 140.
All right, here I go. Animal handling. Please.
I'll take a dodge action.
19. Yes, another 40.
19, nice.
So on that
That gets you
one.
to 180. You're getting really close to the finish
Ooh,
line.
wow.
So 180, and I'm going to reach over and cure my mount again.
Okay.
So 1d8 plus 2. So 5 HP.
Okay.
And that's the end of my turn. I'm almost there. I can see it in sight. I'm just like, come on.
All right, so I think your camel's got 8 HP left.
Come on,
And you're-
Dolly. You can do it.
Dolly. And Nick.
Well, I technically am skipping this turn. I'm certainly not moving
Oh,
this
that's
turn.
right.
But
that's
can I
right.
still take an action?
Yeah.
Because I'm okay. So decisions. Do I like? I'm gonna firebolt someone, but the question is who.
The cheater.
So
Yeah, I
we've
think
currently got Chris is at 95, Chang is at 125, and Seb is at 180. Seb's mount is the only one that is currently injured.
He's trying to kill my camel. I mean, like, who does that?
I mean, I would be trying to kill someone's camel as well. So I'm.
Wow, animal killers over here.
No, I'm
We're
not gonna do
racers.
that.
There's a difference.
He'll spend his time trying to fix his damn wheel. So yeah, that's my turn.
Okay. Your wheel is repaired, and you
Yay.
hop back up on the cart and get ready to go. Chris,
Oh boy. I think it's all over right now, but we'll see.
hey,
So I can move my full 25.
yeah,
I am gonna do I think the only thing I can and try and buy half a round. Oh no, because even if you move, well, no, we'll see. I'm gonna guiding bolt the camel.
okay.
Oh lord, that thing's dead.
It's a 23 to hit. How much damage?
I mean, he wants to win. He's bumping it to second level.
Oh,
Yeah, that's dead.
14.
Oh, your camel, Seb. Drops. So for the purposes of this, it doesn't kill the camel. It just
Just trips it up.
trips it up. It's injured. It's unable
yeah,
to
that's
move.
probably for the better. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's do that.
We won't do any animal murder here.
Yeah. Thank you.
But
I mean,
yeah,
even if we
you're-
did, I would have cast Spare the Dying on the way by.
your camel is out of commission for the race here, Seb. But you're not that far away. You could probably run it.
That's what
It's
I'm
on
like.
foot.
They actually are
That allowed on
ridiculously
foot?
fast.
Pull your cart yourself.
Look at me. I'm the camel now.
It's like a rickshaw, pulling like a rickshaw.
That's it for me.
Okay. Chang.
Oh no.
Oh
one.
no, not one. Kirsty's Table of Badness.
20?
Yeah, a d20.
3.
A 3. Where's my table gone? Oh, this is interesting. Your reins break. You're gonna have disadvantage on your next animal handling check.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you're pulling at the animal. You're trying to get things going, and just the leather snaps, and so you've got to reach out and repair it. It's gonna cost you some.
Do I
and
still
then
at least get half movement?
you still get your half movement.
Okay, awesome. Action. Can I use my action then?
You can
To,
use your action.
Get hold of it. So do I have to roll another animal handling, or is that next turn?
So you're to get a hold of the rein.
Yeah.
Are you talking about? That's just something that you can do. You don't need to use an action for that. You're just gonna have disadvantage on your next animal handling check while that happens.
Oh, okay.
I think he was
then-
asking if he could swap an action to get the reins to get rid of the disadvantage next turn.
Oh, I see.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
I can see that being reasonable.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so. Do we
Okay.
want to roll for that, or should we
I'll
just say
roll
it
for it.
happens?
I was gonna say
I'll roll.
I'd say it's probably just fine. You've given up a
Mm.
whole action to do it.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Anyway,
So you have
yeah.
to kind of climb over the back of your mount, and you grab the rein and you pull it back over while
Oh,
you're just, like
blast.
flying through.
Not again! Not again!
Not again. All right, Seb,
That's my turn.
180 feet,
All
out
right.
of commission camel.
I just jump off and run.
You have to bring the chariot with you. Is the
Oh,
only
come
thing.
on. Then there's no way I can do it.
You can pull the chariot.
Can I? All right.
Yeah.
Then I will pull a chariot. I will pull a chariot. And since I have 30 movement speed, I'm assuming that's half.
That's correct.
But I have feline agility, which allows me to double my speed. So I will use my feline agility and pull my chariot the next 30 feet into the over.
Hilarious. And the Tabaxi
Pretty sure that's
is
how it
the
was gonna
winner.
Yeah.
Game was break from the start. Fastest race, fastest horse. Fastest
Yeah,
man.
I was gonna say, man, we were really on the outs on that one. Well done.
That was funny.
So there is much cheering as the Tabaxi she's was probably the favorite in this race. People have seen her before. She's, like I said, she's a regular here, and yeah, she takes the winnings, takes the purse, and thus ends our chariot race.
And then she starts screaming at Magnus for trying to kill Eric Gammo.
Magnus would probably just extend a hand and be like, "It's all fair in the sport."
I guess she would be used to it, but still, she still yells at you. But I guess now it's back under the DM control.
She's still salty. I love
Yeah.
it. Yeah, she's gonna stay salty at you. I might bring her back as a recurring character.
Mhm. Oh, we found ourselves found ourselves a nemesis, have we?
I think you might have. Thank you for indulging me in my chariot race. I
was really fun.
I had a lot of fun planning that. If you guys have any suggestions for ways to improve it, I'd love to hear it. It might be something I
Yeah,
bring
I've got some
into-
thoughts. That seemed really cool.
I've got ideas, but it would just make it more complicated and longer.
Mhm.
Well, that's not necessarily terrible if it makes it more fun, right? So yeah, send me suggestions and I will make some modifications.
And I'm also completely fine with the next time just being like, let's just do a fortune roll and see how it goes.
Yeah, we
Mm.
can absolutely do that as well. I don't. I'm
I
not
wanted
gonna
to
push you
do
guys
an
to do
actual
this.
race for the flavor once, but
Yeah, but we're not going to do that
Mm.
every time. But just for funsies. Okay.
Yeah.
So, this is what just happened here. Oh, that's where I was keeping track of everything. I can just get rid of that. Yeah, after always after the race, there's a bit of party that happens out at the racetrack. The celebration for the winner and commiseration for the losers, and it's just a fun night out. And these chariot races, they probably occur like once a week here in Bralazar. It's kind of a big sporting event. Everyone seems to really enjoy them, and so you have yourselves a really good evening. We
Yay.
did say that, Adriel, you were going to go into town while all this was happening on and uh, sort of talk to some of the people in town.
Yeah, I was just
Uh,
gonna see if anyone stood out and was gonna, do his thing.
There is someone who stands out. Let me pull up my notes here. There is someone who stands out, not because she looks unfortunate in any way, but because she is stunningly beautiful. She's like model gorgeous. And you can see that she's sort of wearing like it's later in the day, so it's getting a little bit cooler, and she's wearing like a cloak, and she's kind of got it pulled really low, like the hood pulled really low over her face. And she's very obviously hiding. To the point where it kind of stands out that she's hiding. Like it's so mysterious man smoking in the corner kind of vibe without you know what I mean? Like she's just
Not good at hiding
No,
because
you-
it's obvious.
Yeah.
you know what you should do, Sebastian? You should go steal a loaf of bread and give her some.
Yeah, that's not what my character.
This
would
feels
do.
very Princess
Very
Jasmine in
Aladdin.
Aladdin.
Riff raff.
I guess. I mean, I find for some reason something's calling me to her. So yeah, I walk up to her, and I say, "Well met."
She says, hello, pleased to meet you." And she sort of like starts to like curtsy, but then kind of like catches herself.
Who are you?
Jasmine.
Mhm.
Hello, Jasmine. What brings you here?
Oh, I'm just looking at the market.
You seem out of place.
I do? Oh, I come here all the time.
Do I know that's a lie, or can I roll it?
I don't even think you need to roll an
Okay,
insight.
so
Like,
yes, it's a
she's
lie.
a terrible liar.
Well, the fates have brought me to you to help you in whatever is troubling you.
Oh, nothing's troubling me. I'm just, going about my day in the market here, looking for fruit.
I think we both know that is a lie.
I-
So tell me the truth.
Why are you so curious about me? Who are you? What are you doing here?
I am here to help you.
Why would you think I needed help?
Because the fates have brought me to you.
The fates, huh? Oh,
So
well,
something
I
must
assure
be going
you.
on with you that you clearly are lying to me in the middle of this market. And
Well,
if
you're
that's the truth, then you should know that the fates have brought me here to help you in this.
I'm sorry, but I don't know you. I'm not going to tell you anything.
I don't know you
You're-
either. I am Blelbam. Blelbam. I can't.
Belblam.
Belblam.
Hi, Belblam. I'm Jasmine.
You've told
Um,
me.
I know. I just didn't really know what else to say. You're a very strange man. I'm sorry. I know that's rude, but you're very strange.
For I am
Can you
not a
please-
man. Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, you can't say please what? Like,
I can you please roll me a
Oh.
let's just an intelligence check.
Intelligence.
If you have anything in history, you can add.
I have
Never mind, you
nothing in
rolled really well.
history.
Her accent, the way she speaks, she is well educated, it would seem, which is unusual for this part of the world. You suspect that she is probably of the upper class.
Upper class of this city, or
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Do not be afraid if that's what you are, for I am here to help you.
I mean, you keep saying that, but I'm really not sure how you can help me.
First, you have to tell me what brings you here. Why are you hiding?
I'm just I just don't want to be recognized, that's all.
And the reason?
I'm just for a little stroll, and I just want some time to myself, and so I just don't want to be recognized. I'm meeting
Yay.
someone.
I understand. Would you like some company until you find your friend?
Sure. All right.
All right, yeah, and I'll keep her company, and I'm gonna tell her
About Gorm.
I'm not getting that feeling yet from her. So I just tell her that I am also on a mission to help those in need, to find a new path for people who are lost, kind of thing like that.
Okay.
Yeah, so I say
she
that.
sort of warms up to you a little bit and starts chatting a little less weirdly.
I mean, clearly I'm hiding too. I have a mask on, so
Yeah. Yeah, so there's a lot of weirdness
Yeah.
happening all around. You're probably waiting like 5-10 minutes when a man comes up to her and sort of just hands her a package. It's small. It's sort of a like just a little bundle. It's wrapped in like an oilcloth kind of idea. So you can't really see what it is. It's tied up with some twine, and he just walks up to her, hands it to her, and walks away. And she takes it and says, "Well, that's what I'm here for.
Wait.
It was nice meeting you."
What did you get?
Oh, just a parcel to pass on. It's not mine.
um. Well,
Uh,
do you need help bringing it somewhere?
Oh no, you've kept me company long enough. I can get it back to the palace. I mean, back to my home.
The palace, you say? Like that's where you live?
Yes.
And you are hiding. You must be someone important.
No, I'm not important.
I honestly, I still don't believe her, kind of thing. Right? Because she
Yeah,
said, yeah. Or should I do an insight?
She doesn't sound like she believes she's important, but from what you've seen, she's probably of some import. I mean, if she lives at the palace.
Well, then let me help walk you back to the palace to make sure you and your package arrive safely.
And she lets you escort her back to the palace.
Okay.
When she gets there, she sort of heads towards like a back entrance. She doesn't go sort of up the stairs through the main entrance. And she says goodbye to you at the back entrance. I don't know if you want to do anything or say anything else, but she's basically like, "Thank you for escorting me. I shall. I appreciate the safety that having someone else around provides." And then sort of says, I hope maybe we'll run into each other once again.
I hope our paths do cross again, and if you're ever in trouble, seek out Gorm. He will help.
There it is.
And she slips inside the palace and disappears.
Yeah, I guess that's what he felt like his whole mission was, just to help her, keep her company.
Okay, cool. Meanwhile, back at the racetrack, is there anything that anyone wants to do before we bring us to the next day?
Magnus definitely has a conversation with Otol about lizards. Like, really? You know how I am with the lizards. Why the lizard?
I thought they'd be faster. I don't know. I'll get a camel next time.
Tell Magnus.
Just,
wait
I mean,
until
they
Magnus-
might be faster, but lizards. Come on.
Sorry, Chang, you were saying?
We'll inform Magnus that he lost 10 gold on him. Also, I lost a lot of money on you. I thought
That's why they call it betting.
you're supposed to be the Blue Devil. I thought you were
Well,
supposed to
here,
win this
and I'll
stuff.
just I just put a pound. I put a pound of saffron in your hand. Be like, here you go.
No, I don't need. No, I don't need it. I don't need to be repaid. I'm just saying. I thought you had it in the bank.
So did I. But then she showed up with lizards.
Oh. Ugh. Fire her.
Are you kidding? She's the best mechanic in town.
True, I am.
Not the best
Just like-
animal picker.
I'm not. But I bought you guys some camels.
Oh, so you got camels for that?
now you've got camels, love.
I didn't get the fast camels, though. I had specific instructions.
Which reminds me, how far are we going, Lunara?
I say the distance, and I clearly know it.
Yes, I clearly also know it. I'll calculate it for next week.
Sure.
It's gonna be at least a several days journey through the desert.
And speaking of camels, let's have some piss, yeah?
Mm.
Yeah, I gotta go get changed out of this outfit first.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm gonna need to head out now.
Yeah,
In
we're
real life, I'm
actually
afraid.
Yeah.
So
It's
we're
time.
actually it's time to save game here. So we will
Yeah.
end game with you guys going getting drinking some piss. And
Mhm.
we will start up next week with you guys heading out into the desert, ready to travel.
sure.
Awesome.
Yeah, we'll get our
Sounds
new
good.
get our new our new our new
You
wagon.
wagon and all the things,
Yeah.
and we'll get you out of here. Awesome. All right,
Yeah.
thank you guys. Good game.
Yeah.
Yeah,
On
it's
the
fun.
2nd, I won't be here, so just
On the
Same.
second. Okay.
keep that in mind.
Thank you for the heads up.
September 2nd, right? We're all talking about September 2nd.
Yep.
Yeah, same here.
Ah,
Oh,
well,
perfect.
perfect.
Okay, so-
Keeps working out.
Good time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
then we only miss one day, and yeah, so we'll play the 19th and the 26th. We'll take the break for the 2nd and regroup on the 9th.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Okay.
One session.
Bye, guys.
Everybody have a
Bye
great
then.
week, and
Bye,
I'll talk to
guys.
you
See
next
you guys
week.
next week.
See ya.
See you guys.
Bye bye.